Hi guys! I have some comic books to organise with you today. I don't know if you remember, but I've done a video similar to this many years ago, I believe now, but it remains the most popular video so far on the channel, so I'm guessing that means you guys love the sound of comic books and just organising things into piles and genres. So I have been kindly loaned these by a friend of mine. He has so many boxes of comics, like maybe four or five or more boxes just filled up with comics like this. They are all in their packaging, which is really nice. So I'm not going to get them out or flip through them. I'm just going to show you the front cover, put them into piles according to maybe who is depicted on the front cover, and just show you all of these. I think most of them, I will make a confession, I've gone through these and mixed them up a little bit because they were pretty much in a good order already. So to give it a bit more variety, I have mixed them up. But most of them seem to be Joker, Harley Quinn, and DC versus vampires. So, and I apologise for my oversized cardigan sleeves. It is a little bit cold, but I'm trying to dress for the season that I want rather than the season that we've got, because I really want it to be spring so bad. Let's just close that one up. Okay, so let's start. First one we have is Emperor Joker, and it's kind of like a playing card. You can flip it and it can go up that way too. So the Joker is of course going to have his own pile because most of these are... I'll actually have to see which pile goes the highest, because there were quite a lot of the DC versus vampires as well in there. So pop him there. Okay, the next one we have is our first DC versus vampires. I don't know if you can really tell because of the way the light's shining, but this is actually metallic. Like the bats up here, they are like a metallic silver, and we've got Batgirl, or is it Batwoman? I'm not sure, on the front. I dread to think how much he's spent on comics, because these are like all individually priced. He just picks them up from like comic cons and comic shops and stuff, so it's probably worth so much, just this little box. The next one we have is a Harley Quinn, and you can see she's a kid. She's cutting out like how you cut out the snowflake shapes at Christmas, which is really cute. There's some leaves, and then she has the babies. She has her hyenas next to her, so she can go next to the Joker because that makes sense. Oh, have another Joker one up next, and it is such a lovely metallic colour. It's his classic colours of green and purple, but this one's a metallic, just with his face kind of like coming up, like textured on the page. This one says on it, 90s rewind variant cover. That's really cool. Another DC versus vampires, and this time it has Wonder Woman on the front with her, is it called the Lasso of Truth? Is it Truth? I believe it is. But she's actually a vampire, which is really cool, makes it more like, because usually she'd be the hero, but she's the villain. Oh! I was not expecting this one. So this is going to have to go in its own little pile, because although it has Batman, I don't think there are too many that just have Batman on them, and obviously it's a crossover as well. I don't want to touch his chest. With Superman, you can see he's heating up the water with his laser vision, and I love that Batman has to keep his cowl on, because just in case anybody sees him out and about and knows who he is. I like this one a lot. Okay, let's put that in a pile down just at the front here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's just peeping out. Okay. Next up we have Gotham City Sirens, and you can see on the front we have Punchline surrounded by some like cowboy type characters, well, wearing cowboy hats at least. I really love the colours of Punchline. I know she's basically the same colour as Joker, like the purple and green, but I just think it's so 90s looking, like it's really vivid and just nice. I seem to recall there's quite a few Gotham City Sirens in the box, so I'm gonna put that in its own little pile and hope that I don't need too many more piles because I'm already running low on space. So we have a Joker cover, The Man Who Stopped Laughing, number 3. I'm not going to put them in number order, I'm just I think we'd be here for days, but it looks like he's having some sort of brain surgery done. Very creepy. Oh, I can see Superman again. So we've got Superman on a metallic kind of blue background. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of almost galaxy colours going on, but it's just a classic plain blue background with just him featured on the front. And it's absolute Superman. So let's put that down here with the Batman and Superman one. Okay, so this one we have is a DC vs Vampires, and it has, I'm not sure who this is, but she's in the Shazam suit, but I guess like a lady version of Shazam, but I'm not sure who that would be. So please enlighten me if you know the answer to that one. I really like this dress, it's really cool. And I guess she is a hero rather than a villain because it doesn't look like she has any fangs. So she can go down there. These ones seem to be a little bit more affordable compared to some of the Joker covers. Okay, next up we have a Harley Quinn issue, looking very sensual next to Poison Ivy having a little nap, in full makeup as you do. And this one was reduced to clear. That's pretty good, from £15 to £5. That is a bargain. Well done to my friend. Oh, this one's very creepy. So this is the Joker. What does it say? Uncovered. And he's dressed up as Santa with a baby Robin, baby in a Robin suit on his knee. What kind of mole would allow this behaviour? Or maybe he does house calls. I don't know. If he does, you can book me in. Okay, next up, a little bit of a different one. Doctor Doom. So this one's going to need its own pile. I'm going to put it up next to the Joker ones, just as a little... My cat Binks is snoring, I can hear him in the background. I don't know if you can hear it. Another Harley Quinn, and she's in the classic straitjacket, although I'm not sure why they would allow her to have shoelaces, because if she's in a padded room in a straitjacket, I'm pretty sure that means she's a hazard to herself and others, so shoelaces are not, and knee pads too. Maybe they got called away like mid sorting her out and putting her into her cell. Maybe Scarecrow started acting up and they had to run to his cell before anyone got hurt. That's what I think might have happened there. A DC versus Vampires with this lady on the front. Who is this? Because I actually have no idea. I don't even have the first clue about this. Nope. It's hard enough to remember all of the Star Wars lore, let alone everything DC. Okay, a Gotham City Sirens again, this time depicting Catwoman biting someone wielding a knife, and Oh, this looked like maybe it's Punchline that she's fighting with. Possibly. I feel like this is a weird wardrobe choice because she's like totally covered other than just the armpit area, which means every time you go out, you know, fighting crime and stuff, you'd have to shave like every single time just to wear the suit. I feel like that's just creating more problems than you need when you're Catwoman. A DC versus vampires, and we have Green Arrow, and who is this? I do not know. I feel like I should know because I recognise the symbol, but I just know Green Arrow. But it seems like this is the baddie and he is the hero in that specific comic. A Harley Quinn again next, and it features Harley in her classic suit with the more modern kind of hair with the red at the bottom, and then it'll be like the blue the other side, and Punchline the other side, and a little picture of the Joker's classic symbol down there at the bottom. Life, death, fate. Interesting one. I really like seeing all the different covers. I could never collect them because I go a bit crazy with collections. I have to like finish them all. I don't like to have parts of a collection and then parts just not finished. But it's really cool because this way I get to see all the little bits that I wouldn't really know existed. DC versus vampires, classic Batman, obviously being the hero, he's not a vampire, and all of his weaponry in the background there. So far, we have DC versus vampires as the tallest pile, I believe, that's closely followed by the Joker, then Harley Quinn, and then Gotham City Sirens, and a couple of miscellaneous. Harley Quinn again, and there's two of them. The classic, looking like the animated series Harley Quinn, and then the more modern Harley Quinn, and it looks like they're being held at gunpoint. Not really very happy about it. We still have so much left, you guys. Let's see. Oh, this one is actually from the Punchline series. It's Punchline 1, featuring the Joker and Punchline in like a black and white monochrome or monotone, however you want to say it, background. I think, even though it would go well with Joker, because it's not technically of the Joker series, I'm going to put it with the miscellaneous kind of Batman, Superman type comics. This one's starting to open a little bit. We have a DC versus Vampires All Out War 6. And we have, the Lady Flash again, whatever her name may be. Let's call her Lady Flash for now because that sounds cool. And is that Superman? I feel like that. Oh yeah, maybe because I see his little S and his cape. I think that's such a cool version of him because you'd think he would be the hero, but that's really awesome. Put that down there. Harley Quinn again, sitting on like a moon type thing, or the moon. I don't think it's the actual moon because it's a little bit small, but sitting on there with her classic baseball bat. Sorry about the cars going past, it's the middle of the day because to get the lighting right in here I had to do this in the daytime. So I'm hoping that my postbox doesn't interrupt us either. But time will tell, we will see. DC vs Vampires, and featuring Supergirl spattered with blood, and the fact that she has red eyes makes me think that she is a vampire in this version. Joker, last laugh, looking pretty sharp in his suit. A little flower. I feel like this flower should have the thing where the acid comes out, but it doesn't look like it does. It just looks like a classic kind of carnation flower. Shame. A DC versus vampires here. This is in a kind of different plastic casing. It's like a bit more pliable, a bit more squishy. And this one has Supergirl, and I do not know who this is, in like a swarm of demon type characters. Ocean Ambush, it says. Another Harley Quinn. This time she's in a nurse's outfit, and the Joker looks pretty stunned, covered in kisses. It's like a relatively new kind of depiction of her because, oh no, she doesn't have the pink and blue. It's just kind of reddish at the ends of her hair. Oh, it's like the Bombshells cover. Okay. I feel like I have seen this before, especially with the lipstick marks on his face. I feel like I've seen it like on a Funko or something. Interesting cover of the Joker there. It's kind of, it feels like it's trying to be almost biblical, just because of the fact that where he's standing in the Hollywood sign, he's blocking out that first L, so it says holy, and he's standing as if, you know, like the cross type shape. But maybe I'm just reading too much into that. Maybe he's literally just out on the town of Hollywood, having a great time. Okay, and a DC versus vampires. Have Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. The fact that they have blood around their mouths suggests to me that they are the vampires in this storyline. Oh, I didn't even see Catwoman at the bottom there. Like hiding between their legs. And there's a big car going past, making a big noise. Punchline, but it's Gotham City Sirens again. I feel like this really shows what I was saying about the fact that it looks really 90s style. The purple and the green, and especially these cans being so neon pink with the green, just looks really like the 90s kind of aesthetic. DC vs Vampires with Superman and is that Deathstroke or Deadshot? One of the two, maybe? I feel like it is. I like that in these Superman is a baddie. I think that's a really good look for him. Another version of the Joker, the man who stopped laughing. This one is number 9. And he's just standing in the road, as you do. Doesn't really look like him. He looks a little bit like the face from V for Vendetta. Do you know what I mean? That mask that he wears. I love that movie. I need to watch it again soon. So this is Catwoman number 1. So she's going to have to go separately, I'm afraid. Sorry, Catwoman, but I can't really put you with the Sirens because you are too specific. Don't even feel like we're halfway through, guys. Oh, that one's come open a little bit. Green Lantern, of course, showing half in his suit and half in his civilian clothes, if you would call them that. Let's put him. We've got 2 miscellaneous piles now, and I feel like this one's not getting any love, so let's put you over on top of Dr. Doom. DC versus Vampires, and this one is Killers, featuring Harley Quinn. Is she a vampire? I cannot tell. She looks pretty cool though with her little satchel and stuff. This pile's getting very high now. Oh, and another one to add to it straight away. There's loads going on in this one. I'm not even going to begin to try and name people. I think it's Deathstroke again. Or Deadshot, whoever he ended up being. Oh, this one's creepy. So it's another Joker one, but he kind of looks like... Do you ever see in the Conjuring movies there was the Crooked Man? He kind of reminds me a little bit of the Crooked Man, or in The Haunting of Hill House, the guy in the bowler hat who got buried in the walls, and he follows the guy down the street. That's so scary. That was such a scary series. I really loved it. But yeah, I guess it's the hat, or maybe the eyes, or the expression, or the cane. Just all of it reminds me of that. I like that one. A Harley Quinn next, and she's being sort of held up by, I want to say Power Girl, but I could be completely wrong. I don't mean to point at her chest. I can't quite remember, but I think I want to say Power Girl? I don't know. Something like that. And we have Lady Shazam again, whoever she is. And it looks like she's powering up, ready to kick some vampire butt. Another DC vs Vampires to add to our ever-growing pile. This time we have Black Canary and Green Arrow. I think they might be the heroes this time, because there's no glowing eyes, there's no blood spatter, no fangs, nothing like that, so they may be the heroes in this one. Oh, something a little bit different. Storm. And we have the Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom. Is that his name? I'm sure, yeah, we've had him before, haven't we? And, oh, that does not look healthy. So this can go in our miscellaneous pile, even though it's not even DC, but it's fine. Batman 49, featuring Batman and Catwoman looking like they do in the Arkham games. She has the same kind of outfit with the goggles. And that's going to go perfectly here. Another DC vs Vampires, and we have Green Arrow, Batman, and a horde of vampires. Although I'm going to assume that they still win, because they would. Even against all of those odds, they would still win. Otherwise, it would be a bit weird. DC vs Vampires. I think this is the woman that I couldn't name before in the purple suit. Something is telling me to call her Raven, but I really don't think that that's correct, because I'm completely making it up. But there's Batgirl or Batwoman. I always get them mixed up. I know Batgirl is Barbara Gordon. Am I right? God, let's hope I'm right. A Joker. The Man Who Stopped Laughing. I feel like most of these were The Man Who Stopped Laughing, but a couple were just other variants of, like, I'm not sure. He doesn't even look like him there. He almost looks like Killer Croc when you look at those teeth. That's kind of the expression that Killer Croc makes. Ugh. Do not like that one. This one's opening up a little bit. Stuck it in. Tuck in those edges. DC vs Vampire 6. And it shows, is that Nightwing? I can't tell, I should have worn my glasses. I'm going to tuck those edges down so it doesn't keep opening. It's been stored with them facing up. Let's take out a few because we're still only about halfway through, I believe. So we have a Harley Quinn. Harley loves Joker, it says. Harley loves Joker 1. He looks like he's wearing someone else's face. That's the only way I can describe that. Doesn't look like him. I was right. It is Power Girl. See, I do have a memory. Harley Quinn, Power Girl. This one was only £2. That is a bargain indeed. And then a DC vs Vampires all-out war with lots of various stuff going on. It says The Vengeance of Bane. Oh, I see Bane now. It kind of looks like one of those Where's Wally type things, so you have to really look to see what you're trying to find in the picture, but do you see him? And he's just surrounded by so many different people, none of which I recognise, so that's fine. This pile might have to be, I think I might have to put Gotham City Sirens a little bit further along and start a second DC vs Vampires pile. I think it's going to be the winner at the end, unless they stop coming anytime soon. So, speaking of DC vs Vampires, we have Superman and Wonder Woman on the front, and they both look evil this time. Oh, it's the whole Justice League, I believe. I can see the Flash behind them. The Joker, the man who stopped laughing, reflected in a knife's edge. Pretty basic. What is this one? DC vs Vampires All-Out War. I really don't know who that is. I'm not even going to guess because I don't even recognise the character whatsoever. Oh, keep forgetting we've got another pile. Let's see. This one is horrible. It's the Joker, but his mouth looks like when the Predator's mouth opens almost. It's like, you know what I mean, that kind of shape. Blech. So he's in jail, and again the flap is coming open, so I'm going to push it down and try to keep it down like that. We have another Joker comic. He has one red eye, one green, and some creepy demon thing behind him, but I don't know what it is. A Harley Quinn, and she's giving Superman a haircut with a chainsaw. I like that. What does it say on his newspaper? If you can draw this otter, you can draw for a living. I don't know why there's loads of like broken pairs of scissors and combs on the floor, but nice. And another DC vs Vampires. We have Supergirl and Green Arrow again. I feel like he's in a lot of these. Must be a really good vampire hunter. Oh, nope, I have two piles now. Let's take a few out. Joker, the man who stopped laughing, number 8. That looks a little bit like the thing from The Killing Joke, you know, the babies that are kind of holding Commissioner Gordon prisoner on the ghost train thing. They look a little bit like those. That's a pretty cool one. I like that. The Joker pile's getting high, but it's still not rivaling DC versus Vampires quite yet. Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing 7, featuring Joker killing, who is that? Flash? Lady Flash? I just, whenever they're a female, I just call them Lady, whoever it is. But I'm not 100% sure. Nope. That pile is getting a little bit precarious. Ooh, we have a Harley Quinn again. This time she's surprising Catwoman with what is supposed to be catnip and ends up being mousetrap and all the little kitties at the bottom. Another Harley Quinn in her classic suit this time, with a card in the background that would normally be like the Joker card but with a H for Harley Quinn. And a DC vs Vampires featuring Batgirl / Batwoman. How do you tell the difference? Is it the hair? Is one blonde and one redhead? But anyway, it looks like she may be... is she turning into a vampire, judging by that blood? Possibly. And a Gotham City Sirens. Haven't had one of those in a while, with a punchline again. She seems to be, most of the Gotham City Sirens ones seem to be punchline. Another kind of creepy Joker one. I don't like the creepy ones as much. I think I like the ones that are more fun or more like cool. I especially liked that 90s metallic kind of one. This one's pretty cool though. Like, he looks very classically graphic novel type illustrated, if you know what I mean. You know, like how they draw them like this. Oh, another Joker one. This pile is going to be getting too big soon. And he is here wearing his own face. As you do. Well, actually, technically you do wear your own face, don't you? Shazam as a vampire. Shazampire, if you will. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's like lunchtime and I'm really hungry. What do we have? Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider. A Doom variant. Where did we put Doom? Oh, Doom is... Oh, sorry about that. Doom is up here somewhere. And... oh, a couple of Harley Quinns here. This looks like a Irish kind of one because it has the leprechaun, it has the pot of gold. I don't see any four-leafed clovers though, maybe it's just leprechaun based for some reason, like luck. Huh. Funny. The newer modern Harley with the pink and blue hair and her outfit, like the same sort of one as in Suicide Squad. Joker. The Man Who Stopped Laughing 7, this one is. And he's sitting in a burning car. But as you'd imagine, he doesn't look too worried about it. He probably set the fire. Oh, it's actually the building behind him that's on fire. Yeah, he definitely set that fire. If I can get to these. Oh, I still had one down here. A Joker one. This is probably my least favourite one because that top guy is so freaky. That's pretty scary, actually. Sometimes if I have something scary, I can't really look at it on, like, in the dark. Like DVD cases of The Nun and things, I have to turn them round so that I can sleep. It was so funny. Oh, okay, so is this a Harley Quinn or is this a Batman? Not even entirely sure, but it's got Harley falling off a roof and Batman's about to save her. Oh, it's Harley Quinn, I think. If not, then I'll get into trouble with my organising. This is definitely a Harley Quinn. She looks really punk rock. I like that. Hail to the Quinn, baby. And a DC vs. Vampires with Wonder Woman again being the villain. Who's coming towards her? I can't tell, just see white gloves. Oh, nope. I didn't think I'm going to remember that at all. Another one with her in. Looks like she's fighting Superman, but yet they both look like they are vampires, so maybe they're like fighting over the last bite of Batman or something. Oh, there's some falling down. Don't want to risk damaging anything. If you guys like this video, I'm happy to borrow another box if he will let me, and maybe do a whispered version or just a completely silent version, just putting them into piles and just, you know, without any spoken words, if you like. Because it's quite soothing to just listen to people moving things around, I feel like. This is DC vs. Vampires All Out War. We have Thingy again, Deadshot, Deathstroke, one of the two, Bane, and I do not know these two. Nope, no idea. A DC vs. Vampires, Batgirl and Nightwing, I think. Looking like he is a villain in this one. Oh, bit of a different one, Secret Origins. Or is this a Harley Quinn? No, I think it just features Harley Quinn. Should I put it with Harley Quinn? Oh, no, I'm going to put it here. This is actually ripped, the plastic. Just so you know, I didn't rip it. It was already ripped. Let me just move these slightly so that they don't all ball and scare the life out of you, because that would be bad. Absolute Superman. Walking through his little field. Don't know why I said that. Go over there with Dr. Doom. Oh, I should have put him here actually, because this is where the Superman ones were, but never mind. Dark Knight 3. Where will you go? I think you'll have to go in front of me. So it's just showing the Batman fighting with the Joker in like a classic white kind of suit. Put that there. Green Lantern, which is a metallic cover again. I don't know if you can tell. It's kind of hard to see. He can go up in the right hand corner there. Oh, this one's really cool. So it's a Harley Quinn, but she's in, it kind of looks a little bit like the mask of the Man Who Laughs, but not quite. That's really interesting. because I want to read the actual comic to see what. Oh, I'm so sorry about that noise. To see what's happening. Let me take those ones that fell. We've got a DC versus vampires with Wonder Woman looking incredibly scary. Harley Quinn number 6 with Catwoman in the background. Very vivid colours going on, I like that. The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. I've seen this before. Very cute. She can go in front of me here, I think. DC versus Vampires Killers, and we have what looks like a very, very dark kind of Batman. Oh, oh my goodness. We've got a Joker, the man who stopped laughing. I almost thought at the beginning that he was in a Spider-Man suit because of like the crosshatch type effect. But obviously he's not, because that would be a really weird crossover. This is Batman number 1, Harley and the Joker. So unfortunately it can't go with Joker or Harley because I've kind of done them in like different order than that, because they're just the Harley Quinns and the Jokers. So it's going to have to go with the Miscellaneous. Fantastic Four there with Doctor Doom at the front. Wow, this one's awesome. So it's a Harley Quinn, and she has the hyenas with her. She's even got like piercings, like dermal type things coming up her shoulders. That's pretty cool. She looks badass. Another Fantastic Four with Doctor Doom. I'm sensing a theme here with the Miscellaneous. A lot of Doctor Doom. Oh, the classic Mask of the Phantasm. I have the movie of this. I'll have to go here. Oh, I feel like these are the wrong way around. No, they are not. DC versus Vampires, and we have Green Lantern and is that Batman at the bottom there? Yes, looking like Green Lantern is the villain. Oh, Gotham City Sirens, haven't had one of those in a while, with Catwoman. Oh, I see, you can see it better if I face it over there. I apologise. It's good to find that out when we have like 3 left. But there we go. Oh, it's here now. I thought I'd been putting the DC versus Vampires on top of the Gotham City Sirens, but I have not. Looks like these last few are DC versus Vampires. We just need to turn that pile up a little bit. Who is this? Because the suit is very nondescript, but the face looks like Nightwing, but I'm not sure. Oh, a very close up of Wonder Woman as a vampire there. Oh, something about touching all this like plastic is so nice. reminds me of like what magazines used to be like back before. They're now like more paper, so they're more recyclable, which is obviously good. But I miss that feeling of glossy pages, you know, just for the kind of tactileness of it. And we have a Harley Quinn, kind of half classic, half modern, because it's like the classic outfit but the more modern hair. Wait, what am I talking about? It's not classic outfit. She's in like a strappy top. I think I'm a bit delirious. And who is this? DC versus Vampires. Looks like the Joker, but I can't really tell. I haven't seen him in them so far, which is surprising because they've got everybody else. They should have the Joker, really, especially since this collection is very Joker specific. And the last one we have, again, he has one red eye, one green. I'm not sure what that's about, but the classic Joker with like a bowling ball type bomb thing. I don't know. And that is it. That is all of them, I believe. So I'm going to put them back away in their nice organised places. And if you guys liked this, please let me know, and I will either do some more, or if you want a whispered version or just a quiet, silent, no spoken version, then I'm happy to do that as well. I will see you next time.